John D Liu, a Chinese-American filmmaker and ecologist who is also a researcher at several institutions, in February 2020 visited Uganda and Uganda Rural Development and Training Program URDT.
This is not my first time to Uganda. I spent quite a lot of time in Uganda, actually about 14 years ago. But this time I came and I met the Ugandan Rural Development Training Centers. And this is very interesting to me because I'm seeing a bottom-up and homegrown initiative, which is very powerful. It's a public-private partnership. It is using systems analysis and teaching systems thinking. It's working with women and empowering women. So this is a very powerful thing. We saw today the woman had made her husband proud, and that was charming. I've seen that the young people are growing up with more confidence, and I've seen the strong women who are leading the program in epicenters to help the local sub-counties, the villages, and the households. It's really excellent work.
John says URDT, that teaches systems thinking, is a home of innovators in education and sustainable development. He has been to more than 90 countries, but URDT methodology is unique and has helped the local people realize the opportunities in self-generating development. The epicenter strategy approach and methods used by URDT in consciousness raising, extension, and training, information sharing, and dialogues are great deals for rural transformation.
I've been to more than 90 countries around the world, and it is always interesting. Every place is interesting. But here you have a tremendous opportunity. You have an opportunity to really help the local people, and you have an opportunity to lead in global work to mitigate and adapt to climate change. So you're not at the point which it's totally destroyed. You're at the point where you're realizing that when you degrade the landscape, then the productivity is less, that there's more poverty, that there's more health problems. And I think ultimately you have to be worried about climate impacts.
Yes.
Because you can see giant floods, you can see drought periods, you can see fires, you can see locusts, you can see all of these things, even maybe the increases in strange diseases like the coronavirus. So all of these things need to have very resilient ecosystems. Beautiful rivers, tall trees in the forest, massive biodiversity, and really fertile soils. So what I study has shown me that people who understand this can ensure that their systems are resilient and that they are more protected against the impacts. So the way you have worked since this campus was started in 1987, and the possibility to use the epicenter strategy to distribute the thinking throughout Uganda is very powerful. So you have an opportunity because the people are ready. to change and to learn. They want to learn. So this is a very, very special thing. I think some of the countries I go to, people are going shopping, and they're not really thinking about how to make things better for everyone. I was especially moved tonight or today when we saw the woman, and she had something very valuable which she had received from the Ugandan rural development training. But she didn't sell it. She gave it. She increased it and then gave it to the other people of the program. This is wonderful. So if everyone adopts that philosophy, you're going to have a really profound impact locally. But you're also showing the rest of the world, how do you do this? How do you work together to restore the earth?
The epicenter strategy approach and methods used by URDT in consciousness raising, extension, and training, information sharing, and dialogues are great deals for rural transformation.
I think that certainly in my research, I have seen that now consciousness, human consciousness, determines how functional the ecosystems are, because human beings are so many and our impact is so large. So what the Ugandan rural development training is doing is visioning the future that the people want to have. And so in their minds, they're considering what it is that they want and how to achieve it. And they're studying together, they're researching together to find the way forward. And I think this method is absolutely correct. I actually have talked about something which I call collaborative inquiry for collective intelligence. I think this is what we really need all over the world. We need to ensure that everybody has the same understanding. That way we can discuss profound, difficult problems like climate change. If many people don't know anything about it, they can't talk about it at all, then it's impossible for them to participate. But if everyone is aware and we study together, then we can do this collaborative inquiry for collective intelligence. And I think this is very close to what is happening here.
John D. Liu encourages people all over the world to visit Uganda Rural Development and Training Program and learn from its work to cause sustainable development.
Ugandan Rural Development Training Program. And that it's possible to go there and learn from the people in Uganda and to share what they know with the people in Uganda. And if we can bring people here and create this type of, when we like to go traveling, we like to go and see exotic and rare animals. And if people come here, you have the impenetrable forests, you have the national forests, you have gorillas, you have wonderful wildlife. So if people want to come to see that, why don't they also spend some time in learning about the problems that the people have in their lives, and maybe they have some way to collaborate together to change this. So that's something that ecosystem restoration camps can also do. They can start here at the Ugandan Rural Development Training Program and the African Rural University, and then they can go further into the villages, the sub-counties, the villages, and the households, and help to restore the hillsides, restore the rivers, increase the productivity, and have a lot of fun with the people. So that would be better than just going someplace as a tourist. it would be much more fun to go to help improve the situation. Thank you. It's my pleasure. I can't wait to come back.